Trying to grab that extra piece of fucking juice. Oh yeah. You're now tuned in to the Corrupted Podcast on the Foulmouth Network. And here is JB and Foulmouth Ken. Fuck yeah.
Yo, 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 yo. Holy shit. Corrupted on the Foulmouth Network. What's up, everybody? It's me and Jay Bizzle, Jay Swizzle, coming to you live. We told you there'd be a Corrupted podcast tonight, and there's going to be one. With no Joe Cronin tonight, folks.
We lost a man in the trenches.
We don't know where the fuck he is, what's going on. He's probably in La La Land sleeping right now. He had a rough day, a rough night last night, so it's me and JB.
He's probably in a deep slumber.
He's in a slumber.
Bambi.
Get me in a slumber. But anyway, we're here hanging out with you. I wrapped up our show, the Insomniac, episode 31, I think, or something, and it got taken down like a motherfucker, believe it or not. It got taken down. It's only in certain countries that it's up right now, but we're going to re-upload it and take out what the problem was and re-upload it, so look for that in the next 2 days.
Going to give the big middle finger to YouTube.
Yeah, it's so fucked up, man. They flag you for using a cheesy little fucking song. Crazy. Crazy shit.
I mean, that's what they do. They try to, take any, like they did this a year ago. Now they're trying to just completely rob any creator of any type of revenue they can possibly make.
That's fucking weird, man. Fucking weird, man. But hey, I guess that's the way it is now.
Gotta do what we gotta do, man.
Yeah. So yeah, what's up? This is I guess Corrupted Podcast. Episode, 29?
Episode 29.
Episode 29, minus the great Joe Cronin tonight, folks. After the night we had, Friday night, like I said, it was fucking crazy night, man. It'll be talked about for a while. That's for sure, One
for the record books, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. We got a donation coming in. Gorilla Strong. Get in the fight. Listen to this.
Got in a fight tonight. Sitting at the police station filling out paperwork. Knuckles kinda fucked up. Ha ha. Love you, bastard.
What'd he say?
He got in a fight tonight. Knuckles fucked up? I don't know.
Oh, he fucked his knuckles.
Knuckles fucked up. I guess he got in a fist fight or some shit by the police station, bro. I hope everything's all right, man. Gorilla Strong. Shout out to you, bro.
That's dedication.
That's
right
badass.
There. Guys at the police station.
Yeah, getting into a fight at the police station, dude. Shit.
Fuck the police! Mm-hmm. See if they can hear that.
Now we just got into another fight. That's great.
Yeah, he's got a new charge again.
So like I was saying, big night last night, and then we had the show tonight. Joe was on it, and I'm thinking, and JB's thinking that he probably hung out for a little with us, and then he left abruptly. He didn't say anything, and he bailed out. I don't know I don't think it's an internet problem because we would have heard from him somehow.
No, here's what I think happened is Leah got a little too drunk last night.
Yeah.
And she was probably sick this morning, and Joe had to get up with the kids, and he probably had to take care of him for a while. She's probably really sick and hungover, so he was probably been up all day.
Yeah, he probably had a busy fucking day.
And he then called your show. And he probably wanted to take a nap before Corrupted so he wouldn't be a zombie, and he's still napping right now. So we're just trying to give people a show, man. We promised people a show, so we're just trying to deliver here and give Cronin the night off, man.
Yeah, he deserves it, man.
He really does.
I was saying it, and I said it on our show. I said it on the end of Monetize This, and in the video I did. And, listen. He's the creator of it, man. He created fucking Monetize This. There's been a lot of fucking people on that show, a lot of talented people, a lot of come and gone. Dave Rose made a comment on our network months ago about Monetize This not being good anymore, which maybe at the time he could have said that, but right now that show is, I think, and JB, you can attest to this, it's probably the best it's been.
Oh, no, it's not probably. It is the best it's been because, listen, I've been there for 3 lineup changes, and this one would be 4 with bringing in Ken, and I'm telling you, and this is not just a shit.
We got another donation. It's gonna be huge.
Cronin is having a sex on a beach while cuddling the belt passed over my shade.
He's having a sex on the beach. Shout out to Arushin Shinchu. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see what it is. And listen, this is not because the current product is me and you and Joe and Leah. I'm not just saying this because people know in the past I have criticized it when I've been on the cast with different people before. I'm telling you, the golden era is the era that's going on right now. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that this is not the strongest unit Joe has ever had. And just to be a part of it, like just me being a part of it is special.
That's what I'm saying. Yep.
Listen, Ken, I thought when me, Joe, Jesse, and Dave during the 50s and 60s, I thought that was just that's how I felt like this.
No death.
Hey Ken and JB, kudos to you guys still doing Corrupted tonight, thanks. Also Tommy, such a code, look what happens when he doesn't show up. $5,800 gets donated on Monetize This. Have a good show, guys. F. Tommy's Walrus.
Tommy's Walrus.
You know what? The next time Tommy says that the show only makes a lot of money when he's there, bring up episode 140.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Made almost $6,000.
He's right, man. No death. Shout out to you, brother. He's right, man. He's fucking right.
Ken, there's old school fans in the chat, and I mean old school fans.
Is there?
Okay. And these fans are telling me right now that it is the best lineup we've ever had. So that's just solidification that it is the most epic lineup we've ever had. So, you know what? I mean, it's just, look, last night was just like the icing on the cake, man, at the tip of the iceberg.
Shit, man. I mean, listen, I've said it a million times, man. I'm just fucking happy to be involved with this, and I thank Joe up and down. He didn't have to fucking bring me on anything. He didn't have to, involve me in shit. Nothing. Nothing. And he did. Winning. He did, man. And I give him, all the kudos for, creating the show, and his network to me is just at another level right now, and it's just fucking going so nice, and all of us are getting along, which is good. We've had ups and downs already in these 29 episodes that we've done at Corrupted, and the 30 some odd or 40 episodes that I've been involved with over on Monetize This, and it's we had up and downs, there's no question about it, but
sure.
We always had cooler heads prevail. We always talked it out, and always because there are some entities out there that just don't want to see us together, and it seemed
don't.
Yeah, and it seemed like there was a lot more of them when we first started doing this, and it seems like a lot less now, but they're still out there, and there's people out there that just don't want to see us together. They send us messages, they send Joe messages, they send me messages, JB messages, trying to make us go against each other, saying, oh, this person's copying you, or this person. The thing is, if you think like one of us are copying each other, it's really not. It's that the comedy is so, and I think that's how the three of us ended up together, is that we all dig what we do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And you don't want to work with someone unless you really like what they do. You know what I mean? If you don't like what the person does, you don't want to work with them. No.
And listen, real quick, by the way, you're not going to believe who's in the chat. I don't know if you remember this guy. Eric Lemon is in the chat. This fucking guy, Ken, has been listening since Google Hangout days. This is like single-digit Monetize This episodes.
Wow.
And he just said in the chat, let me pull his exact comment up. I don't want to paraphrase. Eric Lemon says, Justin, I've been here since Google Hangout days, and I will agree, this is the best it has ever been.
Damn. Well, I mean, there you go, bro.
There you go.
Wow.
No better endorsement than Lemon, because Lemon used to be one of the biggest donators on Monetize This. He's a good longtime fan, but Just to top everything off, man, thank you to everybody for last night's Monetize This. Big thank you to Joe, because if it wasn't for Joe, Corrupted wouldn't be happening right now, what we're doing.
No, definitely
me
not.
and Ken wouldn't know each other.
Nope.
So, we owe everything to Joe, and this whole entire community is crafted because of him.
Yeah,
so.
man. I said it once. I said it a million times. He's the one. He had a spark in his mind one day and said, I want to go on YouTube and I want to do a show on there. And when he first started, it was hockey. You know what I mean? And he was doing a hockey thing, and then it morphed into comedy, it morphed into all kinds of different things, and then it morphed into wrestling. And now he's one of the best wrestling guys to go to on the internet. And you know what? Listen, like I was telling him,
he had Jim Ross on his show.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking big. That is pretty big. And he handled Jim Ross. He handled him so professionally. You could see Joe has been groomed now over the years to fucking be that guy, and he's worked himself into where he is that guy. And you just don't get a guy like Jim Ross on your show. You don't get a guy like Jim Ross with his barbecue sauce on your show. And he was saying, Joe Cronin, I love you, Cronins, and the left side of my face, and the whole thing. And he did a great job with him. He fucking interviewed him fantastically. It was a great interview. It was fucking awesome. And I wish Joe had more interaction with the big guys, because he deserves it. And you see these other channels in the community who do wrestling, and it's like, yeah, they might have a little more subs than Joe, a little more, but they don't possess what he does, man. They just don't.
WWE is very aware of Joe Cronin.
Oh, without a doubt. There's no doubt about it.
Road Dogg is in contact with him. Who's a producer for WWE.
Yeah, they're putting him in the front row.
Has sent Joe Cronin tickets.
Yeah, putting him in the front row of shit.
WWE sent him tickets to go review his show so that he can give them more exposure. That's how much they think of Joe.
Yep.
So Joe's a major player in the WWE industry now. And listen, Joe doesn't.
Don't leave me, boys. The N-word's got me.
Joe has no tremble in his voice when it comes to interviewing big people. It sounds like they're just friends from back in the day.
Yeah.
Even with JR, man.
That's why I enjoy listening to him, man.
JR!
Like I said, I was a fan first. You know what I mean? Like, I used to listen to... I don't go far back to, like some of the people do, as far as, monetize this, the 20s and 30s and 40s. I'm more of like, I came in like the 80s, late 70s. I started listening. And so I've listened to it in the past and all that. And I was a fan first, man. I used to call in. I used to try to call into the show and all that shit,
Joe capitalized on the YouTube radio live show because I don't think there's anything more big on YouTube on Friday nights than Monetize This.
Yeah, no, I don't think there is,
as
man.
Far as like live radio,
it's such a staple, man.
There's nothing bigger.
And it's like a step further than radio now too. It's like, Joe goes on cam the whole fucking time. Most of the time he likes to have everybody who's on the show on cam, which is awesome because that's the way it should really be. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what it's like, Ken? Do you ever remember Stern in Demand?
Yeah.
Yeah, like their premium channel they have where they give you the video of the shows.
Yep.
This is like the same thing, but you're getting to actually watch it as it happens. Nobody has time to edit anything out.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And by the way, I know everybody knows this already, but that is a huge draw to Monetize This, is the fact that it's no holds barred. People will never know what's going to be said that night. And I think that's a big draw. People sometimes, they want to hear really fucked up shit. That's just the sickness in the human mind. But you know what? We draw some monster fucking ratings on YouTube. Yeah,
man. I mean, my channel, when we first started Foulmouth, man, it was fucking like we had 0 subs. Like, we did the show called Keeping It 100, and we literally got 170 views, 200, 300 views. And now it's like we finish a video, and the video that got flagged tonight was already at 800 views as soon as I ended it. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I know a lot has to do with, Joe getting me into the community, getting Foulmouth known in the community, and fucking those numbers got inflated after a while, and every other week I'm just amazed by how fucking, how it's moving. It's crazy, man. It's fucking. It's fun. It's fun, man. It's fun to interact with everybody, and like we got so many good people that help us out too, man. It's like fucking crazy, man. You know, it's impossible.
They make us feel like superstars.
They do, and it's impossible to name everybody and to give love back to every single one. You know what I mean? Like, and I try shotting everybody out, and it's just, it gets like, I can't name everyone, man, but trust me, the love is there. Like, you know, we do appreciate the fuck out of everything you guys do for us, man. You know?
Yeah, man.
It sounds cliche, you know, but it's real.
Let's move into some news and shit here, Ken. Let's
talk about what they're fucking, people are bashing Star Wars now, man. A couple of days after it comes out, they're already fucking, they're getting to where it's these movie reviewers, the top people who review movies are really fucking trashing it.
Yeah, it's really bad. From what I'm understanding, there's some fans, a good amount of fans. I won't say some fans, a lot of fans are actually bashing this movie.
Why?
And I actually have a video here of I guess there was some fans leaving the theater. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
You hear that, Ken?
Wow.
Was it too loud?
No, that was good. What the fuck, dude?
I have no...
Is it really that bad to them? Because, listen, I saw the movie. Did you see it yet?
I have not seen it yet. Me and Keisha are going this Friday.
So Joe's going tomorrow. You're going this Friday. I saw the movie the first night it came out. I was lucky enough to get in there and see it. Shout out to Blake. And let me tell you something. Like I said, I gave it a 7 out of a 10. I was definitely satisfied, but I also was scratching my head about a couple of parts, but it's nothing to get fucking all upset about. You know? No reason to bash the film.
No, see, I have a buddy that went and seen it. He said that he thought the movie, he said the fucking action was insane.
It was.
He said like the CG in this movie was out of this world. He said it's actually kind of scary what they can do now.
Yeah, it is.
But I've heard conflicting reviews on it, that there are some confusing parts to the movie and some why the fuck did they do that parts of the movie.
Yeah, so there definitely is.
I'm trying to avoid a lot of this, like spoilers and shit. I understand since I'm going to be watching it so late that it's going to be harder and harder to avoid.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to wait and watch the fucking movie. You know what I mean? Walk into it with an open mind.
Yeah, that's what I normally do. I'm like, you know, okay, I'll listen to the reviews of it and I'll take their word on it and you know, but I'm not going to make a decision on it until I fucking see it, obviously. I'm not going to, you know, it's for people to be that upset over it. I don't know.
Wait. I got to make a correction here real quick. Apparently, these people weren't freaking out because the movie was so bad. I guess the theater that the movie was playing in, the audio was off.
Oh, and they said restart the movie. They must have missed a good part of the beginning of the movie with no sound.
Well, I guess they told everybody to get out of the theater or something for some reason, and all the fans, everyone's chanting, you know, you just heard it, restart the movie.
Yeah.
So,
all right, so, I mean...
The title was misleading, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
it
even
says
with
angry
that...
fans leave Star Wars movie.
Yeah, see, that's how they try to fucking spin it. They want to tell you that the movie sucks so bad. You know, there's people out there that just want to ruin whatever the fuck is good anyway. So they're going to go and write whatever the fuck they want. They're going to put false pretenses on the you know, the description of the videos and shit telling you that people were mad because of the movie. No, they got fucking the thing. There's no volume. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, I don't think people are that upset over this movie. Like, come on, you can't be. Like, it is what it is. You know, there are some moments that you're like, holy fuck, that was sick. You know? But there are some moments where you're like, wait a second. Why?
Yeah.
You know, but listen, how many movies have come out where you're like that? You're scratching your head still. This is just part of the movies. You know, some of these movies, and in Star Wars, they tend to, like, one film, leave you hanging. Then another film, they answer all kinds of questions. Then another film, they leave you hanging. Then another film, they leave, you know what I mean? Like, it's like on and off with them. The bad guys win at the end of some of their movies. The good guys win at some of the movies. You know, usually in the trilogies, they do like where it's like a hero is born, a hero falls, and then a hero rises again. You know what I mean? And that's the trilogy right there. You know, and this one is kind of, you know, the first movie that they made 2 years ago to this trilogy was right on track with the episode 4. It was right on track with it. The first one that, you saw Luke Skywalker, that first one made in the 70s. That movie was like right on track with that movie. And I think in this movie, they just didn't want to give you the same thing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Mr. Mellow Yellow.
Thanks for doing Corrupted Ken and JB.
Oh, man, you guys don't have to thank us, man. After the shit that you guys did for the channel, Joe's channel last night, that show, and all of us.
You guys deserve it.
Yeah, you guys deserve it, man. Honestly, you don't have to thank us for shit. We want to thank you guys, man.
You guys got us paid.
Yeah, you did. You did. Joe was very generous, man. You know?
He really was.
Did the right thing by me, I'll tell you that, man. I ain't got no complaints.
Yeah, I heard he sent you a paycheck through the Insomniac.
Yeah, yep.
That's really cool.
He
That
did,
was a
man.
really
It was.
cool
It was a
idea.
class act of him, man. And you know, with me, I don't ask for shit. You know that. I don't want nothing. All I was doing it for was to have my show plugged and to be a part of the thing. You know what I mean? And he was more than generous. And Joe's he's, you know what? Listen, he may come off to some people like this or that, but in the end, he's a fucking generous dude.
Stand-up guy.
Yeah, and he knows who does right by him and who does wrong by him. And he's dealt with a lot of grimy motherfuckers in this game, you know? And I think he knows now, and he does know about JB. Obviously, he's worked with him for a while now. I think he knows now that I'm here to support the opportunity that he gave me to come on to that show and to be a part of this whole fucking community. And I am a loyal person. You could ask any one of my friends that. And my loyalty goes to the fucking death with me, man. You know, that's how I am. And I'm loyal to Joe, JB, and the other people I work with, the Filthy Mouth Gamer and Lucky Low and Billy Ricky and all my boys and my friends out there that do shows and entertain and even the people who fucking donate and that are friends of our network and that I consider fucking family, man. Like these people I've spoken to about the most craziest shit in life. You know what I mean? Shit that I don't even speak to my own sister about. You know what I mean? So there's a bond there. There's definitely a bond in this community, you know, without a doubt.
There's a strong bond between the three of us.
Yeah.
Like every day. I mean, we talk every day.
Like I just want
to.
to.
Writer's room. We're always talking.
Yeah, and I just want to. I jerk off most of the time when I talk to these guys. So like, it's their voices soothe me when it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just want to fuck them eventually.
Nothing makes me shoot a rope further than listening to Joe and Ken.
Yeah, I just want to like fuck them eventually. So I'm trying to like get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in it, and I'm trying to get in that. ADTR.
What's Up Ken and JB monetized this on Friday night was awesome, and did you hear that Vince McMahon may bring back the XFL?
Yes, I did hear that, man. Yeah. Hey, Jarrett, shout out to Jarrett Drew, who just became part of the family here at Foulmouth, man. What's up, brother? I did hear that fucking McMahon wants to bring back the XFL. What the fuck is that all about? Did you hear about that, JB?
You remember right before we went on the air, I said, hey, I got something I want to talk about, and I'm going to wait to tell you on the air.
Yeah.
This was it.
What the fuck is that all about?
All right, so listen to this. Reporter Brad Shepard noted on Twitter that Vince McMahon is looking into bringing back the XFL Football League. He said at 7:38 p.m. Last night, Kim, this was the news was broken. When asked about this report, WWE issued the following response. Here we go. Vince McMahon has established and is personally funding a separate entity from WWE called Alpha Entertainment to explore investment opportunities across the sports and entertainment landscapes, including, wait for it, professional football.
Again, he's going for it again, McMahon.
Mr. McMahon has nothing further to announce at this time.
He's going for it again.
If Vince McMahon did relaunch the XFL under a different entity, it would be to prevent WWE stock from tanking. I gotta give the guy fucking props, man.
Wow.
I'm giving him a standing ovation right now because look, I would watch. I won't even lie.
I would too, man. I'd tune in a second, bro. Like, I think the XFL was a great idea, and I think, you know, obviously certain things weren't handled the right way. I think he didn't surround himself with, you know, knowledgeable football people. Maybe
Here's why the XFL didn't work, Ken. Is because when some of the ratings didn't do so well, he tried to do what he was doing in the WWF. And people didn't like that.
Yeah.
They seen him as just trying to do that. The problem was they didn't know if the games were legitimate or staged.
Yeah,
so now that he's
was
doing a separate entity altogether, I think that's a good decision.
That was a big part of it, what you said there, because there was people who were like, how can we bet on this? How can we don't know if this shit is, yeah, they don't know if this shit's real or not. That shit was fucking real, man. You could tell the shit was real, okay?
And listen, the reason it may not have seemed that way, or that it seemed that way sometimes, there was a lot of subpar people in that football league. But you know what? There's a lot of great football players that don't go to NFL that would love to go to the XFL.
Like, he hate me. You remember him? He hate me.
You know, what like, yeah, they're like, what do you mean by that? That's because he hate me and he hate me. Like, that guy went to play in the NFL.
Yeah, he went in the NFL, that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Ken, he went to the NFL, made enough money that he's still living off of right now.
I mean, God bless him, man. That's fucking awesome. That, you know, the XFL gave him the opportunity. And see, that's the other thing that the XFL didn't like originally was they thought and they saw in the future that they were going to lose players to the NFL and shit eventually if they got really good.
Yeah.
Which I understand, yeah, you know, you could lose them to the NFL because that's the Premier League. But listen, it's been done in the past. I mean, other leagues have risen and come to prominence, and if it's done the right way, McMahon could definitely fucking do something with this and fucking make it into something really good and give you an alternative to the NFL, you know?
And listen, and they'll do it during the summer, so you have a football season while NFL is off season.
Yeah.
You'll have something else to watch.
That's
and look,
sick.
God's honest opinion, Ken, you know what I think this is?
What?
I think this is Vince's way of giving himself something to do and leaving WWE with Triple H and Stephanie.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. You're fucking right, man. You know, because
he wants to be Jerry Jones, so
Yeah,
he's now
he does.
old enough he can just go do that.
I mean, like, if he really wants to, why not, instead of opening up a fucking league, go buy yourself a fucking major franchise? He can afford it.
I heard that Vince McMahon is, I know, they say he's a Patriots fan, and I'm not for sure if he is or not, but I think he is. The fucking guy ought to, don't you think, is the Buffalo Bills for sale? Weren't they for sale not that long ago?
Yeah, I think so. The
guy ought to just buy the fucking Buffalo Bills. And
yeah, buy
be
some,
a big
man.
name in the NFL.
Yeah, and then fucking put some money into the team. Build it a new stadium if it needs it and all that good shit. And if you want to be Jerry Jones type of guy, then there you go, man. You don't have to build a whole fucking league.
I don't know. See, listen, I'm different. I actually think I would rather see him do the XFL, though.
I know. Well, I would too, because then I get to watch that shit. But if I'm him, I'm like, why am I going to go through all this fucking headache of building these teams up, you know, getting coaches, getting players, starting this whole fucking league? The last time they started this league, it was what, like 8 teams? Do you remember or no?
I think it may have been, you might be right on the money. Let me look it up. I want to say it was like 10 or 12.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was even more than 8 teams. I remember the New York team.
It was like 6 teams per conference.
And the New York team was New York and New Jersey split in half. Like it was half.
Yeah, it was like the New Jersey
yeah,
Demons.
It was the half New Jersey and half New York's team, the Hitmen. They were called the Hitmen.
Oh, the Hitmen. They were the best.
New York, New Jersey Hitmen. Which I had all kinds of. I bought the jersey. I bought the hat. Like I went nuts.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I went nuts.
You still got it?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
It only fits my arm now, but I still have it.
Ken,
yeah.
you fucking nailed it.
What?
8 teams.
Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Hey, I just put a phone call through.
Fucking hang on, Jesse Ventura. Remember when he was doing fucking commentary with Jim Ross?
Yeah.
Fucking great. Here we go, McMahon. It's down in the end zone.
That ball's down.
Fucking
480. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Ken?
What's going on?
Congratulations on winning the belt.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, did you expect to be the person to win it? Like realistically, knowing the competition.
All right,
with
realistically,
JB and Joe?
dude. Realistically, I had a good feeling saying, okay, you never know, I could win. I knew I had a shot. You know what I mean? Like everybody else did.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not expect for what happened to happen. Like I had a lead almost the whole fucking show. I didn't expect that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I expected a last minute like switcheroony, which almost happened. So I didn't really expect it. No, I didn't.
Any anticipation on like the $1,500 donations or like those big ones? Like we knew that something big was going to happen with 140, but I didn't really expect something like that. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't either, man. Like when Leah got the $800 donation from D Moon,
Mm-hmm.
I had a feeling someone was gonna come over the top of that, and I don't know why I had that feeling. I mean, to beat that record, you had to fucking donate over $800. So I was like, I just had a feeling somebody was gonna come over the top, and then I saw, Himmelfarb fucking drops $1,000 and minuses Leah, and I was just like, what the fuck? But I definitely did not expect to see $1,500 from Schleppy. I mean, these guys are some of the most givingest people in the world, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fox,
And
welcome
then,
to the family. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
I was
no,
just
it's
gonna
okay,
ask
man.
JB too. Like JB, I know you were pissed about the results with Ken. Do you think that this anger and this motivation you're going to use to get the championship belt from Ken?
There's no doubt. Listen, I'm not going to back off. I'm going to go even harder next Friday.
Oh, God.
If you thought I was bad this Friday, next Friday is going to be a fucking mountain of rage. I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm the number one contender for that shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah. Every monetize this now with this belt and this championship involved in it is going to be some cutthroat shit now, man.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, we're all friends with each other, and we realize that we're doing a show. We're trying to make it entertaining for people, and if this is what people want to hear and see, well, then we're going to fucking do it, and we're going to go at each other, and we're going to make sure that we're a champion, and it's going to be fucking grimy.
You know what? Actually, real quick, somebody sent me a clipping today from Monetize This, and it was when me and Leah had our argument.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was that vicious.
Yeah, it was vicious, man. I mean, listen, I felt like Tommy last night at a certain point. And for me to feel like that, I was like, wow, I was getting fucking slammed at one point. Fat this, go join the gym, fucking liar. Like, I was like, whoa. I don't normally take that much fucking negativity at once, but it's part of the territory now, man. When you're in competition, and those points really didn't mean nothing. I mean, they meant something, but they obviously have way more meaning now because you're putting a belt on there. You're putting people's favorites up against each other. Some people like JB, some people like Joe, some people like, you know what I mean? And you're pinning people against each other now on that show. I think as long as we all keep in mind that this is for the entertainment value, to not take shit serious, to not flip the fuck out if you're called fake, you know what I mean? Don't flip the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like it's just part of the territory,
But you know what?
Exactly.
The whole part of the game is to be able to fool you that what is being said may or may not be real.
Yeah, it may or may not be real. Exactly.
It's like, you motherfuckers do a great job of just like, you know what they're saying might be a little true, but they're my good friends. So it doesn't fucking matter what they say because at least they're telling me the truth and they're not beating around the bush and we're all friends at the end of the day. Yeah. And we're doing what we love, which is the show.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you know what, caller? Just to clear the air, a lot of people have still asked me about the thing with me and Leah on Twitter, that vicious shit we put up on Twitter. And I gotta say, to just put it out there, this was actually me and Leah in Facebook and direct messages telling each other what to tweet.
Yeah.
That shows you how good of friends we are. We're like, hey, put some shit up there about, your wife yelling at you. And I'm like, all right, I want to put some. And she'd be like, well, make fun of Dan for always getting yelled at by me. So we're putting this shit in there. But the person that's saying it is being told to say it by the other person.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
It just goes to show you how strong of a bond we all have.
Me, I felt bad for the fucking shit that I was saying, and I didn't go that hard either. But I still felt fucking bad because that's just how I am, you know?
Yeah, you're going to fucking bring it harder next week? Is that what you're saying, Ken?
We're going to have to, man. Everybody's going to have to step their games up.
He's the title holder.
Yeah, I'm going to have to step my game up, man.
He can't just turn into some pussy faggot overnight. He's got to hold that belt down.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, man.
Hold
Hey,
it like a
caller, I got a
man,
question
not like Roman.
No.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like a time period, too, till it's not like going to be every Friday that there's a champion crown. It's going to be a build-up to each, belt changing. Joe explained a little bit on the show, on our show tonight, and a little bit on, I think, somewhere else. And he said that, I think he said it on Monetize This at the end, that it's going to be like some kind of competition between certain people. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to be involved, I guess, or something like that, he said. I don't know. Whatever he comes up with, it's going to be fun. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, he made a great point. Like, the second and third place person should be, like, in contention for the belts. And you can earn contentions, but that's a great way to do it.
Yeah, that is. It is. Yeah. It is. Yo, thanks for calling, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Hang on, I want to ask the caller a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
With the rumors about the XFL, would you be interested in seeing that?
Fuck yeah, man. The NFL, like, I don't want to go on a tangent, but the NFL, in my opinion, has just been garbage these last few seasons with the refs taking away celebrations, giving them back. The NFL, similarly to the WWE, needs some motherfucking competition.
Yep.
So if the XFL, in my opinion, would be fucking great.
Yeah, you're right, man.
He makes great points, Ken.
He
really
does. He does. Definitely does, man.
Yo, and JB, before I go, I joined your Patreon. Big fan of you, Ken.
Nice.
I joined your Patreon too, man.
Oh, thank you, dude.
You guys, if you Hey, you guys have hard times, and maybe it's harder for you guys to reach out to people because people expect you to be strong.
Yeah.
But if you ever need people to talk to, know that your audience is there for you also. I'm sure you already know that stuff, but I want to reinforce that idea.
Well, thank you, dude.
I
appreciate the fuck out of that, man. Thank you, man, for joining the Patreon and saying what you just said. That means a lot, dude. You know?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
God bless, man.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you, man. Peace out. That was a great phone call, man.
Call.
We got another call, too, man. People are calling in like crazy, so I'll take another one real quick here. 480, what's up?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, it's two.
I'm sorry,
It's ADTR.
Yo, what's up, brother? How you been?
Doing good. I'm working overnight.
Oh, shit, you working tonight?
Yep.
How's it going, man?
It's all right.
Yeah?
I want to talk about the XFL real quick.
Yeah, what do you think?
If they do bring it back, do you really see any chance that any XFL team could bring like an NFL quarterback, like Colin Kaepernick could be one of them?
Hell yeah, I could see that happening, man, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
You know, because Kaepernick, whether he's hated or not, Kaepernick is an NFL quarterback. He could have played this year on a couple of teams. He could have.
Right.
I mean, you know, and I think if they build a league like XFL, they're going to be looking for guys, skilled guys. You know what I mean?
The only reason they would bring Colin Kaepernick to the XFL is to draw ratings.
That's and they would draw ratings from that. Yeah. Because you know people would tune in to see him on the sidelines starting whenever they start the league up. You know.
Oh yeah.
See what he does. You know.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
I hope they do it, man. I really do.
I'll see the NFL. I'll see the XFL. I'll be interested again.
Yeah, me too, man.
Oh, yeah?
They would get good ratings right off the bat, you know.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick, he'll be kneeling for the national anthem. People will be booing him, but hey, a lot of people will be tuned in.
You're right, man.
Oh yeah, man. Montage, this was awesome Friday.
Yeah, it was fucking legendary, man. It really was.
Shell, get yourself a cheesesteak, girl. What are you doing?
Wow, what's going on?
She hasn't fucking eaten in 2 days.
Oh, that's not good, Shell.
She needs a fucking Philly cheesesteak or
Hey,
something. Hey,
ADTR, I want to thank you, man, for joining the Patreon, brother.
No problem. JB, I'll join your Patreon too, but
Hey
with
man,
Joe
don't
coming
feel
up soon-
obligated to do that, ADTR, because I know you're a great fan. Don't ever feel the obligation to have to do the Patreon, man. I love you.
Nah.
You're a great fan. I appreciate every bit of support you give me. Please don't feel obligated to do it. Of course, I'll take it, but don't ever feel obligated.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Joe. Hope he gets better.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll wake up and be like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken, why did your episode got blocked?
There was a song on there that I used that they fucking blocked the video in the U.S. and a couple other countries. So
Who blocked it though?
it's the actual company that owns the rights to that song that I used. So I'm gonna fucking take the song out and I'm gonna re-upload the video probably sometime tomorrow. There was a lot of good parts of that show tonight we did. It was a lot of funny fucking parts. Joe was on it. We talked a lot about the episode, and we did a lot of cool shit about the episode Friday, and so I got to get that video back up. I definitely will have that video back up. I promise everybody.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
one more thing before I let y'all go. I'll talk the net neutrality thing. It's really I didn't know what net neutrality was until like a month ago. They were talking. So what's gonna happen? I mean,
Dude,
I guess they gotta take it to court, right?
Man, yeah, they got to
At
still.
this point,
yeah,
we don't really know yet.
yeah.
It's like now if this happens, like what you gotta charge $5 to get on YouTube, Facebook, or stuff.
Yep,
Like that's fucking ridiculous.
it
This
is.
will result in riots.
Yeah, dude.
And,
It is.
protests,
I
for
see
sure.
riots happening all over.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all go, guys. Y'all have a good show. I'll be watching and F Tommy's fat baller court.
Oh my
That
god.
fucking piece of shit. I want to talk to him. That he talks shit a lot. He's just an internet tough guy. He doesn't have the balls to fight nobody. Hell, I'll fight him. I'll probably take him down. That fat piece of shit.
You hear that, Tommy?
Oh my
Fucking
God.
ADTR wants to slug you.
Damn.
That fake. Let him go. Suck Tommy's dick.
What pisses you off the mostly about him? What got you to be that like this negative towards him?
Wow. Tell you the truth, it's the balloon. I think what he says is everything he says is a lie. It's lying. He's a liar. The balloons thing, like, I'll admit it. Like, he lied about the balloons.
Can't trust him.
Balloons that you can't trust. No, you can't trust him on nothing no more. $150 for a clown mat that you could get anywhere to. You could get at like some store for like what, $50? I bought them. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those masks really cheap, and he did pay a lot of money for that fucking thing.
I don't trust him. Whatever.
Run.
Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go, guys.
All right,
I'll be
man.
watching the show. Y'all have a good night.
You too, brother.
You too,
ADTR,
bro.
man. Thank you, bro.
All right, man.
Peace out,
See y'all
brother.
later, guys.
Good dude right there.
Yeah, ADTR, man. He's a good guy, man. Always here, showing support, fucking doing his thing. I mean,
$150.
I just try to gauge on why people
$150.
don't like him. Like I that's why I asked the question. Like,
One time, would you ever donate $150? Because I want to get this item for my channel, make a new segment for my channel.
Get the puck out of here, dude. Get all. I have African American friends. Means that means you know what I mean. Wow.
Lovely jubblies.
I always try to gauge on why people don't like him. Like that's why I always ask the question: what pisses you off about him?
The
You know?
problem is, Ken, he's just, I hate saying this, not really. He's not that likable of a guy.
Well,
Especially with his behavior over the past 2017 has not been a good year to Tommy.
No, it hasn't, man. 2016 was great for him.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen.
You know what I mean?
This fucking guy's got so much. I don't want to. He's exhausted me. I don't want to talk about him. Fuck him.
No, I know. I just
Fucking guy. I've got him blocked on all media. I don't care. But it's all right. He'll go run to fucking Ken like he did when I blocked him. Remember?
Yeah.
He was like, "Kid, fucking JB blocked me," or he probably said Justin Bailey. You know, Ken. You know something real quick. I mean, listen. Let's bring up a little controversy. You want to do a little controversy?
Yeah.
You got your hand on the dump button?
Lick my fucking balls.
He was looking for that soundbite. That's what it was. So, a lot of people are wanting us to bring up that big, fat, bloated bitch, Tiffany.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God.
I mean, listen. It's the reason we have not brought it up, there are many reasons we cannot. It's like, this is something that needs to be declassified before we can talk about it. Well, she's a goddamn homewrecker.
Listen, I don't have a problem talking about it. There was a time where I was defending her, okay, because she came on the network. She was a Joe fan. She liked Joe, JB. She would bounce back and forth between Joe and JB a lot. 1 week, she would hate, Joe and JD. She would hate JD 1 week, right, and love Joe. Then she would hate Joe and love JD. By the time I met her and she started coming on our show, we hit it off. She was funny. I loved the laugh. You know, the laugh that she did. I mean, it got tiring after a while, and I got so many negative fucking messages about her laughing that I was like, what am I supposed to do? Tell the girl not to laugh anymore? You know, and they were like, no, just don't have her on. You know, and I was like,
yeah, there's a simple solution.
I was like, but this person became a friend of mine. You know what I mean? Like, I was invited to the house for parties, and we met up one time, my wife and my friend's wife and Filthy Mouth Gamer and his wife. We all went to her house, and we spent an NXT party over there, and she fucked all of us that night. No, I'm just kidding. She blew every guy in the house that night, and no, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding, guys. But, you know, we got really close. We got really close with her. And you know, it was I was friends with her, and at one point I was I was defending her, like
that was her.
You know, Joe and JB knew a lot more than I did. They could see the writing on the wall. They're more savvy at this shit than I was at that point, and still are. I'm still wet behind the ears with this whole shit. And they knew what was being dealt with, and they were calling it out right then and there. And like, I was still friends with her. I was still cool with her, and I'm defending her. They're sitting here saying, you know, you're being used. She's just plugging the shit out of her show. Every time she goes into the chat, it's just, you know, I don't even want to say the name of it, but she keeps plugging the show in the chat, and that's all that comes up. And then there was people telling me, hey, man, I got banned from your show because I said this about Tiffany. And then I would go and look at the list of people who were banned, and there was like 40 fucking people. And I'm like, that's not what we're about. We want the people to have an open forum. Like, somebody comes in here and says, you guys are horrible, you suck. We're not going to kick you out of the room like every other fucking show does. They kick you right out of the room. They don't let you say a word. You're banned. You can't say another word.
That's what makes us different.
Yeah. Like, come in here and shit on us. Call the show and shit on us. You know? Like Cock McSkinnon over there. Call the show and shit on us. You're going to sit there in the chat and talk all this shit about how bad and how much we're liars. Call the fucking show and call us out. Give us your proof. Give us your reasoning why we suck or why you don't like us, or, you know what I mean? So we try to keep it open, and I looked on there and I saw 50 fucking people banned. I go and I ask the 3 other people that were mods. They tell me, and I trust them with my lives. I know these people outside of YouTube. No, I didn't ban nobody. So all those people banned had to be on one person. And when I asked the question, I got lied to, and I knew I was being lied to.
It was a power trip.
Yeah, I knew I was being lied to. So then I took the mod away. I took the mod thing away, and I gave it to 2 people on the network at that point, right? And I was like, my wife and
that was the beginning of the end too, by the way.
Yeah, and she told me straight out, okay, and I never really said this to a lot of people. I don't go to the people who we're mutually friends with and say, hey, you know, Tiffany did this to me. You're going to still be friends with her? I don't do that. I stayed away from that shit. I spoke to a couple of people who wanted to engage in the conversation and tell me things too, but otherwise I never went around and did that. I was just pissed that I was lied to, which I was lied right to my face. No one else did it. She blocked people on the show. I unblocked those people, and I told her, nobody's going to be a mod no more. I'm just going to have, my wife and one other person. And she blatantly told me right then and there, well, then I can't come on the show no more. And I was like, so you're telling me if you're not a mod, you can't come on to my show? No, I can't. Why can't you?
Because you know why?
Because I can't defend myself, she told me. I'm like, I'll defend you. If you have a problem in the chat, let us know, and I'll fucking get rid of the person. I'll deal with it. No, I got to be able to defend myself. That's not what it was about. It was about being able to drop the link to her show in the chat when we had the most people in here. Then when we maxed out having people watch us, she could throw the link out there.
Yep, exactly.
That's what it was about.
And you stole the availability for her to promote her channel, which she did constantly, by the way. And also, it would be embarrassing for Tiffany to return after being a mod, now is no longer a mod. Now she looks like somebody who got reprimanded, and it's embarrassing to her.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't public. Nobody knew about it publicly. You know what I mean?
But people are going to notice she doesn't have that wrench anymore.
Yeah, and I think that was the one thing that she was also pissed about, too, was like, people are going to notice. And I was like, who cares what people think? You know what I mean? Like, you like working with us, you like being on here, then that should be the only thing that matters. But obviously it wasn't, so.
And I want to defend Ken here, by the way, because when all this was going down, it's weird, because Ken got hit with a tsunami.
I was defending her, man.
Well, listen, I'm going to defend you on that, because here's what happened. Ken is like the nicest of the three of us. And the reason is because, well, not now.
I'm not as jaded.
The thing is just because me and Joe have dealt with it for a lot longer, and that's why Ken was so reluctant at first, but he got hit with a tsunami, not only from fucking James and Fat Bitch over there. He got nailed by them. And then he started realizing that there's multiple fans that if they don't get their call through, they then turn on you on the flip of a fucking dime. And he realizes that this is it's a sensitive community. Like, there are people that will turn on you.
Yeah, not everybody's like that. It's a small percentage.
It's a very, very small percentage. Yeah. I don't want to insult the audience. I'm telling you, it's a very small percentage. Yeah. Which, by the way, there's not a small percentage watching us live right now. Big shout out to 182 people watching.
God damn, that's big for us on this network, man.
Well, I mean, think about it, though, Ken. I mean, seriously, this was something that wasn't even planned
No,
until,
it wasn't. It wasn't.
30 minutes ago?
People were hitting me up on Twitter saying, yo, there's no link to the Corrupted podcast. And I'm sitting here going, fuck, there is no link. Like, nobody has anywhere to go to right now for the show, like the pre-show or anything. You know? Yeah. And I was like, fuck.
So, I mean, I don't want to digress here. I just want to simply say the reason that is it's not really a fault to Ken. It was just a fault that he was kind of green to something like that. And
trust me, I felt like an asshole, man. Once the truth came out, and I felt so blinded, bro. Blinded, you know?
You know what, though, Ken? I dealt with the same thing, and I did the same thing you did. It's something we had to get over time. So, you know what? Fuck her. She's fat. She's a home wrecker. Her pussy smells like a fucking trash barrel.
You know, let me just finish that story real quick, because there was a little more to it, just to explain my end of the story. Okay. I was doing a show with the other person that does a show with her, James, and he was doing a football show with me and Filthy, and he was thanking me up and down for coming on the show and having him on there. I was like, dude, you don't need to thank me. You're smart. You know your football. You're charismatic, whatever, however the fuck you say
black.
That. You're black. You probably have a big schlong. But no, and I like James. I really still to this day like James. He was great. He was a great fit.
How
you know what I mean?
Like that guy.
Well, because
he fucked you.
He did fuck me, because he turned around and told us that he was quitting the show because of work. Meanwhile, when he took the show and I asked him to do it, he said, that's perfect. I don't have to work Sundays. I never will have to. I'm like, they won't change your schedule up or anything? No, never. So I knew it was bullshit. Now, my wife made a tweet on Twitter about my cousin who didn't visit my mother in the hospital when she was sick, and she wrote something down like, I hate people who gotta lie and then you find out the truth, or something like that. He thought that it was about him. My wife hasn't spoken to him once when we all met.
Egomaniac.
He thought it was about him and goes and blocks me, my wife, Filthy Mouth Gamer, Lucky Low. These guys didn't even speak to this dude. Like, it was just fucking very weird. And I told him, I'm like, dude, you got a Mardi Gras float for a head, because you think that was about you, man. Like, my wife is not on there thinking of you. You know what I mean? Well, my mother's sick and like all the shit's going on in my life. Like, we're not thinking about you. So it wasn't about him, you know? So he jumped the gun and fucking blocked all of us for no reason. And this is after the whole thing happened with Tiffany and the whole, you know, being a mod on there and the whole fucking thing, you know? Mr. Gorilla Strong.
Somebody mess with the fam. I'll gladly punch him in the throat. Shout out to JB and the real King Ken.
Shout out to Gorilla, man.
Gorilla, you're the man,
you
brother.
Fucking criminal.
But yeah, so long story short, and then once we weren't friends anymore and we went our separate ways, which I don't have her number. She changed her number. I don't know. She blocked me on Twitter. They blocked me on Twitter. So whatever. I left it alone. I don't go on to their network. I hope they don't come on ours. But as soon as we weren't friends anymore, we started getting dislikes like crazy out the ass, bro. Like, we never had dislikes like that. 20 dislikes in a show. Like, I'm like, who the fuck? We don't even get that many viewers sometimes. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, like, all this shit started happening. And then I started hearing from, like, third parties of people saying, hey, man, she's going around and telling people this. And, hey, man, she's reaching out to some of the people who support you guys. And then I started noticing we used to have somebody who made all the art for our channel who was friends with her, mutual friends. This person made me pay him, right? And kept stringing me along. Yeah, I'm going to get it to you next week. Yeah, I'm going to get it to you in 2 days. Yeah, I'm going to get it to you in 3 days. I finally left him a message and said, hey, bro, did you ever plan on giving this to me in any way, shape, or form to begin with? Or, like, were you just stringing me along to, like, play a trick with me? Because it seemed like it was kind of like a setup. And I said, if you don't answer me back.
Did you drop the name?
I didn't drop the name, no. But if I was like, if you plan on answering me back, answer me back and let me know what's going on. Just level with me. If you don't want to work with me, you know, I know I paid you, and now you're telling me this, or you're not even saying anything. You're not even returning my messages. Just two big fingers up, like, fuck you, you paid me, I'm not paying you, I'm not giving you shit back. So long story short, that person just ignored me and don't speak to me anymore, which is weird. You know, I never had a problem with the guy. I never went to him and talked about anybody, never anything negative. And it was very weird, but, you know, it just goes to show you, you know, people say things and try to make people think certain things, and it's just like, you know what, I'm not even going to fight it. I was just like, you know what, whatever. I'm not even going to defend myself. You don't want to talk to me, you're going to take somebody else's opinion or what they said about me, then fuck it. You're not worth to be friends with anyway then.
Yeah, listen, I know who you're talking about, and I won't drop the name, but I'm no longer working with the fucking guy.
Yeah. So
it is what it is.
We finally hooked up with somebody, Pixel Protocol. Go check him out on Twitter and on YouTube. He does unbelievable artwork. He's got a cool channel. Go check him out. Pixel Protocol. He's gonna be
fucking Prixel.
I just thought of that's like his alter ego, Pixel Protocol. It's the dick version of him. He's just a mean guy.
Oh my god.
But yeah, shout out to him. He's going to start helping us. I'm going to talk to him very soon. And because we have a lot of shows that we're going to be doing on Patreon in January that I needed artwork for, you know what I mean? And we also have a show we're going to do tomorrow night for the first time, and I needed more artwork for it and this and that. So I needed a lot of shit still. So hopefully everything goes good with Pixel Protocol, and we'll see what happens, man.
Yo, Medic Lucky said Tiffany is probably sitting at home popping zits on her pussy right now.
Oh, Medic Lucky, man. You're the man, bro.
With
he can get brutal.
With one leg next to the keyboard, spraying pussy puss all over the screen.
We had a lot of, you know, we had a lot of mutual friends, okay? Because Tiffany really, once she got on our show, she was on it like every other night, you know what I mean? Which I didn't have a problem with. I liked having a female on here and everything. The laugh did drive me up the fucking wall after a while. I have to admit that. It really did. And I received so many complaints. I cannot even tell you. But I was not going to go and say to a friend, hey, you're off the show because of your laugh. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I was sticking by.
I would've, but, you know.
I was just sticking by the decision that I made. And then I started to notice things. And it was like, wow, man. Like, fuck, I'm stupid, you know? But you live and you learn. And I still don't wish any ill will towards anybody. Honest to God, I don't, man. Do your thing.
I do.
Know? I ain't got no fucking... I try not to hate anybody. I don't want nobody hating me, so I'm not going to fucking try to hate anybody. And karma's a bitch, and if you go out there being a scumbag to people, you're going to get scummed. So...
Yeah, it's all going to come back and bite her in the ass. It really is. It's going to come back. What do you call it? Full circle.
Yeah, I'll let karma. I'll let karma deal with that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking let God sort that one out. You know what I mean?
Okay, now spit it out.
Shout out to Kid Nova. He says, Ken and Bailey, I'm a brand new subscriber to both of you. So thank you, Kid Nova.
What's up, man?
Wrong.
Good to have you along, brother. Good to have you along, man. We also do a show, me and JB. I'm his producer. It's every other Thursday here on the Foulmouth Network, the United States of JB. Go check that show out. It's a fucking great show. JB kicks ass on it. It's Foulmouths mixed with a little bit of JB. So if you like JB, you like Foulmouths, you'll love the show, man. Every other Thursday. United States of JB.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, so we got anything else?
I don't know. I was looking through the news, and it's like, fucking Blake, he sent me a bunch of shit, man. He's got a bunch of stuff. Let me, oh, by the way, we need to definitely take a second and give a person a shout-out, Ken. We really do. It's a dude who's really responsible for, one of the guys who's responsible for last night's epic show. Huge shout-out and a happy birthday to Schleppy.
Schleppy. Boom Schleppy, baby. Schleppy is a fucking huge part of the community, man. The guy, he's been on my show. He's been on Monetize This. He's been on a lot of the shows here. He's called in a lot. He's a good fucking dude. He fucking speaks from the heart. You know what I mean? And he dropped nuclear weapons on us last night. It was just fucking insane what he did. It was insane what Brian did. It was insane what D Moon did. It was insane what all of you guys did. Even down to people making dollar donations. Even $1 is insane to me that anybody would pay for this. It's just, it proves that, like, obviously we're doing something right and you guys appreciate it. So, I mean, it's just fucking, it boggles my mind, that especially $1,500. Like, God bless the guy, man. Around the Christmas season, like Joe said last night, it was like this is the crunch part of the year right here. It's like a lot of families they saved up, they're scrimping,
holy shit,
trying to make a good Christmas for their family, and this guy's dropping a bundle, God bless them all, man.
Yo, listen to this, Ken. 3-mile wide asteroid.
What?
To pass near Earth tonight.
What?
May hit us in the future.
Oh, because it's going to go around like the whole system type thing, right?
Listen to this. Tonight, December 16th, an asteroid known as 3200 Pantheon is going to miss Earth by 6.2 million miles. Given the relative emptiness of space, that's just about...
Oh, shit, we got D Moon with a donation.
Never had good vibes around that fat bitch. She used to tell everyone that all these guys had a thing for her. A bitch or fat with an overbite the size of Texas.
Oh my God, bro.
Fucking D Moon.
Oh my God.
Dude, that's the best part.
It sounds like that chick was getting beat up in her throat by a dick.
Oh, man.
Just getting beat down, man.
Chemotherapy through that penis.
Hey, D Moon, shout out to you, man. Listen, you were in that whole thing with us too, man. You were there from the beginning when she got onto the network, and we were all friends, and she was doing that nighttime fucking Skype parties, which was getting everybody in trouble. She would go on to these nighttime Skype parties, and she would get together with other chicken head motherfuckers and talk shit about people in the community. And it would get back to these people that she was talking shit. And then she'd sit there and deny the whole fucking thing. Deny the whole thing. Meanwhile, the whole time it was her, planning these Skype parties, then getting me into trouble with my fucking people I do the show with. Like, that was the worst. Like, out of nowhere, like, starts not. Oh, I don't like Joe no more. Why? Because he won't talk to me. He won't return my messages. I felt like saying, who the fuck are you, though?
Yeah.
And then it was just fucking crazy. But D Moon, shout out to you, man. I know, man. It was like, we were all friends with her at one point, and a lot of people are starting to see what the deal was, and
Sooner or later, that show is going to be a fucking boneyard. Nobody's going to be tuning in. And, like, listen, let's be honest.
I don't know. If you go talk to them, they think that they're fucking on top of the world now. Like, they're thanking everybody and their mothers.
She sits there all day. She doesn't do shit. She sits there and
she
lives
don't
off
work.
the fucking,
Yeah.
She lives off the fucking government, pretends like she's disabled. Mm-hmm. So she sits there all fucking day making different emails, subscribing to her channel all fucking day.
I love it. She can go bowling, play softball, fuck dudes, but she's collecting money because she can't work. You can't work.
You know what? I think Tiffany is the 3200 Phaeton. She's the asteroid. She's 3.2 miles wide. No, seriously, Ken?
If you can't work, how do you bowl? How do you fucking do all those things if you can't work?
She's a liar. She's another fucking person who lies and lives off the government, and that's why all these aid programs need to be fucking what do you call that? Audited and shit like that.
I love how and dude, people were saying, and they send me messages going, how could she have only 150 views on the video but have almost 700 subs? And I'm like, well, you answered your own question. How could she? You know what I mean? Like, think about it.
And listen, I don't know how he'll feel about this, but Trevor Cardinal just mentioned or just messaged me. Sir Cardinal, this guy's been a fan of mine for a long time.
I love him. He's a good dude, man. Knows a lot about hockey. Shout out to him, bro.
He said that, you know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to ask him if I can share that because it's a direct message.
Okay.
And I don't want to just be like, hey, he told me this. I want to make sure.
I got you. Go do your thing.
I'll wait for his response, but in the meantime, Ken, listen to this. Yeah. This is really important. This asteroid that missed us, they said that the asteroid that was responsible for the extinction of dinosaurs was 6.2 miles wide, and this was 3.2 miles wide. Mm-hmm. And the reason it's so big is that if this were to hit Earth, it can hit deposits that will send sulfur up in the air and can block sunlight and kill all plant life. Like this, it could be like an extinction-like asteroid.
Wow.
So I mean, it is what it is. This could be just a huge, but it is. What's the word? It has been addressed by NASA. So I mean, it's,
Yeah.
But don't think too much into it. This end of the world stuff's just really popular. Wrong. Exactly. Trump. If the asteroid's real, Trump would talk about it.
They're like this. NASA's like, there's a big asteroid out there, and he's just like,
wrong.
No. We're scientists, Mr. Trump. We could tell there's an asteroid there.
Wrong.
Wrong.
No, we're not wrong. We know what we're talking about.
You know what he would say, Ken? He'd go, there's nobody out there that knows more about asteroids than me.
He would. The scientist would be like, really? Where'd you study?
Wrong.
No, there's nobody. Wrong, yeah. There's nobody in this world who knows more about space than me. That's just the truth.
I know more about anybody on this. It's huge. Space is huge. It's never ending. We want to put a wall up there and block aliens.
Black aliens. We're going to build a wall in space.
Yeah.
We want to build a wall.
Hello, everybody. This is John Madden, and I'd like to come to you on this Christmas season to wish you and yours a wonderful holiday. I've been out of the spotlight for some years now, and I miss the connection that I had with the fans. And just remember, folks, Ace is your place for hardware stuff to come and get you. And Ace is the place for the hardware stuff to you. Yeah. I said, giddy up, let's go to Ace Hardware Show. You can see about tools and wood and hurry up, let's go. Come get in the car. It's a good thing to take the whole family to Ace Hardware with your family and show up with two. And when you gather, it's birds of a feather with you. The Carsons sing a Carson too. It's me Weatherford's lay right together with you. John Madden, y'all.
God, his fucking girly fingers are fire. Hey, how you doing there, sweetheart? Hey, come here real quick.
Hi.
So I'm I'm collecting money for the Salvation Army. I was just wondering if you want to make a donation or some shit. I mean, if you want to do that, I can just fucking eat out your box or something like that.
What?
Whatever you want to do.
What the fuck did you just say to me? You want to eat out my
Easy.
fucking box? Are you
Easy, I
kidding me
will.
right now?
No.
You're a fucking freak, dude.
The fuck?
Get the fuck away from me.
I'm not going fucking anywhere. I'm the one with the fucking bell. You came into my fucking zone right here,
You
bitch.
fucking me.
Don't fucking tell me how it's gonna be. I ring
Get
the
away from
fucking
me.
bell. It's the bell. And I fucking ring it, and you give me money.
Fuck your
Get
bell.
the fuck out of here. I'm telling you what. You got a boyfriend?
Yeah, I got a
you
fucking
got a
boyfriend.
You little fucking bitch. Because if he was here right now, I'd fucking suck his dick until his veins explode.
What? You just fucking say you'd suck his dick until what? His
yeah.
fucking veins exploded?
Yeah.
That's fucking gay, dude.
Whatever.
I'm out of here. This is fucking bullshit.
You're not fucking going anywhere, bitch, until you drop some fucking money in this bucket. Will you tell your boyfriend, yeah, walk away, bitch. Walk away. You tell your boyfriend when he gets back, bro, and when he gets fucking over here, that I'm gonna eat his fucking ass out till he can't feel it anymore. That's right, till he blows a fucking load right in my mouth. You fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Merry Christmas from Scotty McDicken.
Yo. Dude, there's parts in there that I fucking absolutely love. When you're like, I ring the fucking bell. You stepped into my zone.
Yeah, kid, he goes, I'm the one with the fucking bell. It's the bell.
That was a great bit, man. That was a fucking great bit right there.
Play the one with the man.
Oh my god, that was fucking great. Oh shit. Oh, all right.
These are too fun to make.
This one.
Yellow.
Yeah, hello. I'm calling on behalf of the Salvation Army.
Okay.
And I wanted to see if maybe you want to make a small donation today.
Oh, that's nice. Actually, it's the holidays. I'm a little strapped right now. I can't really afford it, but...
Little strapped, huh? Like a dildo?
Do what?
Get strapped on?
What'd you just say?
You fucking heard me.
Who is
Said a
this?
Dildo, man.
Who is
Don't worry
this?
about who it is. Just worry about donating, man. I'll put a donier in your asshole.
Sir, I don't appreciate what you're telling me right now, what you're saying.
I bought a car.
What?
I bought a car the other day.
You bought a car? What does that have to do with anything we're just now talking about, sir?
I'm sorry, but you know what? You're being a little evasive now, and I really don't appreciate it.
Sir, you're talking about dildos. I don't really understand what's going on here. I really have to go, sir.
Number out on blast, man. I will put your number, and I will go on Twitter and play voice messages of you.
What's your name, sir? I'm going to contact your manager.
You know what? You contact my manager. My manager's in my pants.
I plan to.
I'm gonna take him out right now.
Your manager's where?
You want to speak to my manager? He's in my pants.
Yeah.
He's connected
Oh,
to my
that's
sack.
very mature, sir. That's very mature.
Dr. Dick, man. Dr. Dick.
That's really mature.
Dr. Dick.
That's who you want to talk to. You know, I'm coming to you so you can give a kid a nice holiday, and you're worried about fucking strap-ons and
Young
shit.
man, I want to know what your name is right now.
You don't know. Listen, let me tell you something right now. They call me McSkinnon.
McSkinnon. Okay, hang on. How do you spell that?
My last name is
Sir, how do you spell that?
Listen to me. You calm down right now. Hey, you don't talk to me like this.
I don't appreciate being talked about dildos in your pants.
Fucking suck your husband's paw. I'll take your paw and I'll grease it. Your husband.
Excuse, sir? Are you insinuating that I'm homosexual?
That's right. I'll come there right now and I'll skin your paw.
You are an absolute animal, sir. I'm hanging up this phone right now.
You know what? Hang up the fucking phone because you can't hide from the fact that I can suck your cock all night long. I'm afraid of that.
Goodbye, sir.
Fucking coming off a fucking hubcap. You understand what I'm saying?
I gotta go, sir. This is unbelievable. Goodbye.
I'll finger blast you on a fucking ass rectum.
That is my favorite line. I'll fucking finger blast on your asshole rectum.
Oh man.
There's another one where he's ringing the bell and he's talking to a guy.
Oh wait, which one? Oh, was it this? It was this one then, right? Like, hold on.
God, it's fucking girly.
Wait, hold on, this one.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. It's Christmas time. Hey, how you doing? Hey, bro, you want to donate some money to the Salvation Army? It's for a good cause.
Nah, man, I'm good.
What, are you too fucking good for the Salvation Army, bro? You can't donate a little fucking money, huh?
Sounds just
you can't
like
donate a little money, eh?
Hey, man, don't fucking talk to me like that, man. I'll beat your fucking ass.
Oh, yeah? You're gonna beat my ass, bro.
Fuck
You want to
yeah.
come over here and try and beat this fucking ass? I tell you what, bro. You talk to me like that. Come over here. I'll fucking eat you out. I will fucking eat you out, bro. Don't fucking think I won't. You want to talk to me like that, motherfucker? Fucking Scotty McDickin. Get over here, man. I'll fucking eat you out.
Yo, man, what the fuck is your problem? You want to eat me out, man?
Fuck yeah.
You a fucking fag. What do you mean you gonna eat me out, dude?
Yo, fuck you, bro. You come over here and you fucking talk to me like that. I swear to God, man. If I wasn't ringing this fucking bell, man, I'd come over there and fucking jerk you off right now. Don't think that I fucking won't. I will jerk your dick off, bro.
Yo, man, what the fuck, man? You gay, man. Here, take this fucking money. Chill the fuck out.
Thanks, bro. Merry Christmas. I'm Scotty McDickin.
Oh my god, dude. The guy is such a closet fag. I'll suck your husband off.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh shit.
That is some funny shit right there, dude.
Oh, man.
God damn, man.
Can end the show on a high note.
Well, listen, we came on to hang out with you guys, man. We hope Joe Cronin's doing all right. I guess we'll find out tomorrow or later on tonight what's going on with him. I hope all is well with him and Leah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, thank you for the donations tonight, guys, and coming and hanging out with us. And, I know it wasn't a regular episode. I hope it was good enough for you guys tonight. And we'll be back next week with the regular episode of Corrupted. Number 30. Yep. Number 30 next week.
Yep, hitting the big 3-0, man.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody. Thank you so much, guys. JB, you got anything to say before we bounce?
I don't think so, man. I do. You know what? I want to end the show with this, Ken. Okay.
Okay.
Here's what I want to end the show with. I got the approval from Sir Cardinal. All right.
Mm. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's do this.
And of course, you can get the last word, and we'll go out with what you have to say here. He says, "All I can say is James blocked me a couple of days ago, and the others do not talk to me. And the other, excuse me, does not talk to me." And he's insinuating that that's Fatty.
Well, and these are all people that were friends with them. Let me tell you something. They move on to the next crew of people. And she said it to me a million times when we were all friends. We got to hang out with bigger and better YouTubers.
Hang on. He says, all because we wanted to know the truth. He said, all I got was the runaround. I felt like a black sheep with you guys, and I wanted to know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth never came, and they got defensive, and the rest is history. I just wanted to let you know.
Well, Sir Cardinal...
They're turning their own audience away because they don't know what's going on. And rather than discuss it, they look stupid because they don't want to talk about it. You want to know why, Ken? Because they're in the wrong.
Yeah, they're the ones who created it, man. You know how many times she came to us as Foulmouth saying, don't talk to these people no more because this person's an asshole. He tried something on me in a Skype thing that I was with them. I was in a Skype party, and he did something weird to me, and he just wants to have sex with me. I could tell he just wants me. So please don't talk to him anymore. He disrespected me. Sir Cardinal was one of those guys.
Yes,
Ray Rock was one of those guys. The shit they did to Ray Rock was fucking horrific. I sat there and watched what was happening, and I wanted to throw up from it. I really wanted to throw up from it. The nicest guy you could talk to, and the shit that was being said, I was like, whoa.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Another guy, Canadian Basement. He was nothing but respectful to everybody he's friends with, this dude. He's one of the coolest people you meet. For her to have a problem with him, or James to have a problem with him, is astronomical. It just goes to show you that no matter who you are, no matter what you do, eventually it'll be you that's underneath the thumb. And the whole thing is they like to go from, she honestly likes to go from the next person to the next person. And when I was friends with her, that was what was on her mind. That was what said to me quite frequently was, hey, move on to the next group of YouTubers who are bigger. Then move on to the next group of YouTubers who are bigger. Then move on to... There's no friendship. There's no loyalty. It's all about how big can we get. We want to get big enough to... It's like a thirst for a thirst to be number one, to be like better, to be, I don't know. It's just very weird. It's a cutthroat fucking.
She'll bulldoze anybody and everybody in her path to get any type of notoriety. And listen, it's a testament to their future. They will not last in this community. That's a fact. They'll be just another fucking. They weren't even a flash in the pan. All right, these people will be nothing 3 to 6 months from now, if that long. But we got to get out of here, man.
Hey, you know what? Listen,
you know what?
You're probably right. I don't wish anything bad still on anybody. I really don't. I just think that if you don't do shit the right way, eventually it catches up to you, and things are definitely not being done the right way. I can tell you that. So
absolutely.
And I'll leave it at that. I mean, we touched on it a lot tonight. It was the first time we ever really spoke openly about it. And it's really, I'm glad we did, because we see how there's a lot of people out there that felt the same way. So, yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us on this, I guess, Corrupted podcast number 29. Shout out to Joe and Lee. I hope they're all right. And we will see you guys next week with another Corrupted podcast. And we'll talk to you then. Thanks for coming by.
Take care, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.
That was the Corrupted Podcast. Thank you, and sub to the channel, hit the like button. We'll see you guys next week. Go fuck yourself. And skin a cock.